Hello and welcome to Advanced Driving Tuition. In this video, we're going to teach you how to do the crossroads. Now there's a crossroad when you cross the road and you go to the other side of the road, which is you can see straight ahead here. There's a crossroad there, and where we stop at the giveaway lines, observe the road, and then we cross over the road. That's a crossroad when you cross over the road and you go to the other side of the road. Now there's 6 different signs you can see, or 6 different ways you can find out there's a crossroad coming up. The very first one would be when you're driving the car and you see the cars going from left to right front of you. It means there's some kind of a junction I'm approaching where I can see the cars going left to right, and they are on the main road, maybe because that's why they frequently going left to right there. Second, you see the gap in between the buildings. Like if you see front of us now, so there's a gap on the right hand side, there's a gap straight ahead, there's a gap on the left hand side, and there's a gap behind me as well. So there's a 4-way gaps on the road in the buildings. So that's where I know there's a junction coming up. That's why there's a gap there. If there's no gap there, it continuously the straight road. It may be am I driving on the main road, or maybe driving on the side roads there. So the third thing you will find out when you're driving and you see the approaching the junction, or there's a crossroad or any kind of a junction coming up where you need to stop, you'll see the white line appear on the center of the road. There's mostly 5 lines which is on the right side. If you count, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is the last line there. So the white line appear in the center of the road, which tells you there's some kind of a junction. There's a hazard lines, we can call them. Other thing you can see is a white line, which is the giveaway lines on the main road onto the junction there, which is giveaway lines mean give way to the cars on the main road. So whoever's on the main road will have a priority. So you need to stop, you need to observe, and then you need to decide to go when it is safe to do so. Sometime on the road you will see the hazard triangle, which is upside down white triangle just before the giveaway line. That's a hazard line. Hazard triangle tells you there's a junction coming up where you need to stop and observe the road. And the last thing you can see is a giveaway sign. So these things, or these signs will tell you there's a junction coming up where you need to stop, observe, and then decide to see if it's safe to do so. That's how you find out there's a junction coming up, and this is the roundabout. This is the crossroad coming up there. So whenever you're approaching the junction, which is a crossroad junction, we need to stop and we need to observe. So we do the 4-way observation. We start always with the right side of the road, because any car coming will be from the right side first, because this is the road we're crossing first. After observing the right, you observe the straight ahead to see if everything's okay. Then you look on the left hand side, on the side of the road, to see everything's okay, and then you look back one more time on the right side. So it's a 4-way observation, starting with the right, straight, left, and then right. If it's clear, then we're okay to cross the road. There's some 3 kind of a junctions as well. One is just a normal junction when right opposite to each other. One junction is unmarked junction, where there will be no marking on the road. And unmarked junction, no one have a priority on that road there. So you stop, you observe, and then you decide when it's safe to do so. You can cross the road or go wherever you need to go there. So unmarked junction, no one will have a priority. You need to stop the car and then you observe the road before you cross over the road there. And the last junction we do is a staggered junction. Just like, unlike this road here, if I going straight across, my road is just right straight ahead, so I stop and I go straight over the road. But staggered junction, little to the side, they always little to the side. If they're more likely onto the right side tiny bit, then I will stay close to the center line. If the staggered junction more onto the left hand side, then I will stay close to the footpath or the curb when I'm turning or going straight. Do not give any signal, because we're going just straight across. If the staggered junction or the junction is a little bit more away from the right opposite to you, then obviously you have to give a signal to let the driver on the main road which position or which side of the road you're going to be going there. Now these junctions are uncontrolled, no one controlling them. Staggered junction, normal junctions, unmarked junction, no one's controlling them. You stop the car, you observe the road, and then you decide if it's safe to do so, then you go. Other junction are the control junction, which is the traffic light junction. Simple to do so. When the lights are red, you stop. When the lights are green, and you go. Now we're going to do all of them today, apart from maybe unmarked junction, because that's a little bit far. We'll try to cover that up as well. But we must most definitely be doing a staggered junction, these junction, and the control junction as well. So we're going to start from this junction here. First gear, 6-point checks. No one's behind me. Don't need to give any signal. So once we approach the junction, getting ready, we stop the car. So when we stop the car, we don't want to go over the junction, so we need to make sure the wing mirrors is just above the white line, which is the side white line there. When the wing mirror is touching the line, it means my position is perfect to observe the road on both sides. So I can see no one's on the right, no one's straight ahead, no one's on the left hand side. Then I will go across the road. Now line will finish here. After the 5 lines, you can see that there's another line appeared on the road. It means there's a junction coming up one more time now. So it's the same routine one more time now. So we're going straight across. We're getting ready to stop the car just before the giveaway line. Wing mirror above the white line. I can't see on the right side. I can see clearly left and straight ahead. So what I'll do, I need to use these white cars as a reference now. So I'm going to look reflection on these cars. I don't see anyone. I can see the grey car, the black car, so I'm okay to carry on, and then I'll go straight across the junction here. Again, one more time, after passing the car, looked in the mirror, we're into the middle of the road. So white line finish, another white line appeared on the road. This means there's a junction again one more time now, which is a crossroad junction, because I can see the gaps are there. So I stop the car again. Wing mirrors just above the line. I can see clearly on the right, I can see clearly on the left hand side, clearly straight ahead. Right side is a tiny bit blocked by these parked car there, so I'll do peep and creep again and look for the reflection by going straight over. So we join the new road, quickly look in the mirror. White line appear. Now again 5 lines are there, so they tell you there's a junction coming up. So we're getting ready to stop the car. Again, right side is being blocked, so lean forward, creep forward slowly, peep and creep. When it's clear, we're okay to carry on. Now end of the road, we will be turning right. So this is a T junction for us now, so I can't see any gap straight ahead now, so that becomes a T junction for me now, where I must stop and observe before I join. So we're going right, signal right, position myself close to the corner on the right side next to the white line. No one's there, so we're okay to carry on. Slowly come out onto the main road. Check the mirror, see everything's okay. Now I can see the white sign is telling me there's a giveaway 50 yards away. So again, white line appeared in the center of the road. So once we pass the car, we go back into our side of the road and then get ready to stop. And once we stop, we observe the road. So there's a cyclist there, there's a car coming as well. And then we edge forward after the car gone. Can't see anyone coming. And then we cross the road. Again, white line appeared in the center of the road, telling me there's a junction coming up. So I'm getting ready. I'm going right to this junction here. So center mirror, right mirror, signal right. Position myself close to the center line. Looking right, looking left. Cars coming from both ways. So there's a gap coming. I'll check the gap. So we're going to keep an eye on the car coming out. Check the mirror. Speed is 20. Everything's fine. So we've done the uncontrolled junctions. We're going to do the control junction now, which is the traffic light junction coming up ahead. So on these traffic light, we will be going left. So going left at the lights. So there's a white car as a hazard. We stay close to the center line, look in the center mirror, left mirror, signal left, come back into our lane again. Not too close to the curb, because when we make a turn, we don't want to hit the curb. So 1 meter away from the curb at the moment, and brake up. Right, getting ready, back to the first gear. Nice change, so we're okay to move. No cyclists in the mirror, so we're okay. Slowly going to my side of the road. So this is more like a meeting situation now. Cars parked on the both sides of the road. So what I need to do now, drive on the Y line, which is the center line of the road. So I'll drive there. Keep an eye on the oncoming traffic and look for the safe gap when you do meeting situation. So I'm okay at the moment. I can see there's a learner car coming up, but I got a gap on the right and left hand side now. So I look in the mirror, left mirror, and then I'll position myself more to the left. I can see the car on the left again. I look in the right mirror and move back again closer to the center line. And keep an eye on that car there. He's slowing down for me, so I'm okay to carry on. So bend, and there's a car parked on the left, so I'm just going to stay close to the center line, not too far away from the center line in case someone's coming. Now I have to move over the line now because there's a big van. So we're going left here. Look in the center mirror, left mirror, signal left. It's a tight turn, so we drop the gear down back to first. Look in the left mirror, and then we join the road. Again, cars parked on the both sides of the road. So as soon as I see the cars parked on both sides of the road, I'm going to start driving in the middle of the road now, leaving equal gap on the left and on the right as well. I don't want to go too close to these cars, otherwise that would be a fault in the test. So there's a van coming up. I will stop. Look in the right mirror, everything's fine. Coming to the junction, and we are going straight across the junction now. So if you can see there, that junction is a staggered junction. It's more to the right, so I will stay close to the center line now. Wing mirror touching the white line, and then I observe. Again, view on the right side is totally blocked, so we're gonna now I have a good can see clearly. I'm gonna look at the reflection of the cars there, reflection of the car there, peep and creep slowly by leaning forward, and then we cross the road there. So you can see the car coming, so I'll stop here. Right, he's not coming, so quick look on the shoulder, mirror's fine, and then we join the road. Less space, less speed, that's the rule we need to follow when we do meeting situation. Now that car's already stopped for me because there was not enough space for both of us to go. So yeah, good decision for them. So we come back into our side of the road, then get ready to stop the car. So again, this van has blocked my view. So right side is clear, no one's there. So I'm edge forward slowly, lean forward, keep on looking. When it's safe, I can cross the road and go there. White line, I can see on the road, I can see the gap in the building, I can see the cars going left and right, so it means there's a junction coming up. There's a giveaway sign there, has a triangle there, so everything's here now. So I can see triangle, white line, giveaway sign, cars going left to right, and gap in between the building. So we stop again one more time. Wing mirror should be next to the white line, so I can have a clear view. I can see right is clear, left car coming, straight is clear. I'm going to keep an eye on the right. There's a big gap coming up, so if I can walk across, I can drive across as well. That's the rule I follow when I go and cross the road. Checking the mirror to see everything's okay. Now we come to the junction again, and this is a staggered junction. Now if you can see this junction here, we are going straight across, but that junction is more to the right now, so that becomes kind of a right turn for me. So before I turn, I can give a signal here just to let other driver know what my intentions are. I can see there's a car coming, there's a van coming. After the van, I can go right, and soon I join the road, I can give a left signal, and I can go left here now. And again, when I join the road, I check the center mirror, right mirror, there's a car behind me. Cars parked both sides of the road. Again, same method we're going to use. We're going to drive in the middle of the road, leaving equal gap on both sides. So we will be stopping on the left. So center mirror, left mirror, signal left. Come closer to the left side. Checking the left mirror for the gap. Perfect gap. Handbrake up, gear off, signal cancel, and release the pedals. Right, okay, here we go. All done. That's a crossroad. We've done the crossroad with the traffic light. We've done the crossroad, which is normal junctions are there. There's a no unmarked junction round here, but I will try to make another video for unmarked junction when we go to the different areas where have more unmarked junctions are there. So whenever you're crossing, again, gap in the buildings, you see the cars going left to right, you see the white line appear at the center of the road, you see the give way signs, you will see the give way lines on the road, and you see the hazard triangle. So that tells you there's a junction coming up where you need to stop. You need to do observation, which is we call use it again. Look, assess, decide, and then act. If it's clear to do so, you're okay to carry on. If your view is blocked, do not do anything, just wait. If your view is blocked, first thing you should be doing, what the theory tells you, look for the reflection. So look for the reflection in the house windows, look for the reflection in the cars. Peep and creep is the second option we do it, and then if it's safe to do so, we can cross the road there. Don't be hesitant. Let's go for it. I'm examiner sitting next to me. I need to show them I'm a good driver. No, they're looking for the safe driver. So if your view is blocked, take all the precaution, lean forward to the steering wheel, edge forward slowly, keep on looking. If you see someone, stop. If no, then we're okay to cross the road there. Same method which I said that before I normally use, which is if I can walk across, I can drive across. If I think it's safe for me to walk across when they see the car coming from the right hand side or from the left hand side, I can walk across as well at the same time. Then I can drive across. Hope you like the video. Please leave a comment, do share and like the video as well. If you need to make me another video, leave a comment leave the comment and I'll try to make another video for you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.